Hi everyone, my name is Rashelly. I am doing my Bachelor's of Science in Public Health, and for my capstone project, I will be talking about improving food security through garden to cafeteria programs. Hawaii alone has an estimate of 90,000 households with children reporting food insecurity. Studies have shown the positive effects of implementing garden to cafeteria programs at schools in order to combat this. Not only does it contribute to providing food security, but also in giving children lifelong skills that will help them become sustainable in their futures and will help prevent future health conditions. Hawaii Public Health Institute, or High Five Garden to Cafeteria Program, G2C, teaches students how to grow, harvest, and deliver fresh fruits and vegetables from a school garden or school farm to their cafeteria. This early introduction of fruits and vegetables helps build a child's palate for these kinds of healthy foods early on. Findings of interviews conducted include students' expansion of vegetable and fruit consumption, sense of pride, and feedback from school staff on the importance of this program. My practicum site was at the Hawaii Public Health Institute with the Hawaii Farms to School, Hui, specifically in the Garden to Cafeteria program. My practicum work this semester was to interview regional coordinators, project leaders, cafeteria staff, and administrators within the Garden to Cafeteria program with questions about the program status and improvements that can be made in order to write a final report on this pilot. Background and literature review. My first determinant was availability of resources to meet daily needs. Determinant 2 was education on how children can grow their own food. Determinant 3 was positively affects the natural environment. And determinant 4 was exposure to toxic substances and other physical hazards. To guide my choice of interventions, I prioritized these two determinants, which were determinant 1 and determinant 2. Determinant 1 specifically, factor 3, which was lack of availability of healthy foods, and determinant 2, factor 1, education. This slide goes over the review of interventions to address food security through G2C programs. Intervention 1, consumption of fruits and vegetables at farmers markets using federal food assistance programs, and Intervention 2, garden-based education integrated in the school curriculum. I chose to go with the second intervention on determinant 2, factor 1, because this method may be something that can be feasible and cost-worthy in the state of Hawaii, as there are many resources and weather conditions would positively enhance this. Studies have been conducted between school-age kids ranging from 2 to 18 years old and have shown positive results. The difference was noted within 12 weeks in a study which included a control and treatment group participating in a nutrition education program, and another group also involved in a hands-on garden-based activity. Description of garden-based education integrated in the school curriculum. For the priority population served, it'll be all students attending schools in Hawaii, grades K through 12. The delivery setting will be provided to students wishing to participate in garden to cafeteria programs in public, charter, and private schools. The type of activity for primary intervention will be aimed to reduce healthy/food insecurity among children and will also provide these children with skills for their future. For secondary intervention, early introduction to fruits and vegetables, which helps build their palate. And lastly, tertiary intervention will be reduction in food insecurity, obesity, and diabetes. For the management objective, it'll be increase education resources for children to learn how to grow their own food. And the determinant to be managed will be education on how to grow food, factor 1, education. For the vehicle, schools will go through the G2C application requirements and process available online. And the attributes of intervention will be regional coordinators and lead trainers will be set based on location and will provide a certain role and resource. Project leaders will be within schools and will be a close source of help and guidance. This slide presents proposed evaluation of food security through garden to cafeteria programs. So under process and materials, we will aim to have 90% participation in staff training. Under service delivery, we will evaluate the responsiveness to cafeteria managers and students' needs. Under Collaboration Network, we will evaluate Hi-Fi and G2C team responsiveness to pop-up problems. For outcome under Behavior Change, we will evaluate to see if there was a 30% increase in student reporting eating fruits and vegetables daily. For attitude/intention change, we'll be looking to see if students report increased awareness and understanding of closing the circle on how food is grown and used for dishes at the table. And under resources, accessibility/use improvement, by year 2, there will be a 5% increase every year on pilot program school participation. For impact, for under decreased incidence/mortality of disease or condition, we'll ask to see if there was a statistically significant reduction in reported food insecurity in G2C school zip codes, and a statistically significant decrease in obesity and diabetes in G2C school zip codes. And lastly, for decreased reporting of risks, we'll ask to see if there was a statistically significant decrease reporting of unhealthy food habits and obesity in the future health of students in G2C school zip codes. After finishing interviews, some common things I found that were reported were that students feel a sense of pride and purpose from growing their own food and having it used to make school lunches. Students are more motivated to try new fruits and vegetables that they have grown. And lastly, school staff like teachers and principals report the importance of G2C program in Hawaii schools. In conclusion, this intervention will help decrease certain burdens of diseases, prevent food insecurity, and benefit the state's overall health. I want to thank Leidy Bernal, Dr. Ellingson, and Dr. Collazo Vargas. These are my references. Thank you.